personal favourites. Okay, next garage is down when they're down in Bolivia, and Dom's driving the Buick Grand National. I remember at the beginning of it, they almost get caught, so they stop doing it, and Dom thinks that Letty's been killed, so he goes back to LA and catches up with Brian again. And he drifts back to 70 Chevelle and goes street racing in LA again to try and get onto Braga's team because he's trying to find the guy. And he finally tracks the car down from the accident to be this one, the Gran Torino from who was it? Phoenix's car. This is the F-bomb car that he uses to kill Phoenix with at the end of the movie. The next movie was when remember after LA, Dom got arrested and they had to break him out from the bus. They had to break him from prison, and that made them all federal fugitives. So the movie, when they go down to see the Vince down in Rio, and Mia and Brian turn up in the 70 Skyline, this black one. Then they steal these ones from the train. Yeah, correct. And then they steal this. Oh, they race for this one to get the fastest car in Rio to beat the camera to do the robbery. Then they use this one here for the robbery, the reinforced Dodge. Yeah. Because I've only got like 7 spots per movie, so I've got to pick basically the cars that people remember from the movie. This is when they go to London and go up against Owen Shaw. This is the one they use to bring down the tank. Yep. 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 And this is the one that Dom and Brian drive in the movie, at the beginning of the movie when they're racing each other. And this is Dom's 70 Chevelle. Yeah, and he's sitting in his garage the whole time. His back garage of his house. It's the only car in the movie that's in every movie. They make a spot for it in every movie, some sort of background shot or something of it. I think it's owned by the director or something, or one of the people. And that gets you up the movie 6. And the next one is movie 7 and 8. Remember 7 is when Deckard Shaw gets involved, which is Jason Statham's character. See, by this stage, at the start of the movie, it begins, remember, with the information that Han's been killed. Right? Remember they do the cutscene where they show Deckard Shaw's the one that knocked him over and all that. Yeah, that's it. These are my only non-modded cars too, this garage. This set. Everything else I've got is modded. So movie 7 starts off where Mia's pregnant and having a baby, and at the beginning of the movie it shows Dom driving the Hellcat and Brian. Yeah, and they're racing down the mountain. We think they're racing, but they're actually trying to get back for the birth. But then the next scene is that they move forward to the funeral. Han's. No, what they thought was Han's funeral. Remember, because they think Han's been killed, and his belongings been sent back. So he this this is where Deckard Shaw first turns up in the Maserati, the reinforced Maserati, and they have the head-on collision. And then they have another head-on collision. This time Dom uses a reinforced Charger. That's why you'll notice in the movie the wheels are different and everything's different about it. It's not the one his dad's. And the Deckard Shaw was in the Aston Martin. Yeah, I went through the movie and to the website and got the photos, the hex codes, a lot, and just did it properly from day one. You could do better with a PC version, be easier, but I've got save with it as well, so I can pretty much do what I want. So upstairs is when they go up in the plane, they parachute down. Yep. Yeah. Then they get the that God's eye thing, and then they have to go get the code, the chip, out of this car in Dubai. This is one they jump out of the buildings in. Yep. Then movie 8 begins down in Cuba. This is the fastest car in Cuba, and he races against Dom's nephew in this thing. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. And the prize is the Impala. And then remember how Dom seemed to change sides to work for the enemy. So and Deckard joined up with them, and so Deckard came out with his Jag, and then Roman drove the Bentley. Yeah, and if you look at the movie, this is the car, and even the mags are identical in the movie. Like Rockstar's done a good job of having a lot of the mags that are used in the movie, but Taz uses the Mercedes, and Letty uses the Stingray to try and harpoon him. Then Dom comes back with the Ice Charger to take down the submarine. And this is Letty's. Yes, that's right, on the back of it. This is what Letty was driving on the ice as well with him when they joined up again. And that's where our space. I ran out of room. I had 85, but I had to cull 25 of them. Oh yeah. Hey, come back up to level 2. I haven't driven this for yonks. I just simply want to drive this red car. Come jump in the red car. I haven't driven this for yonks. Hypersport is just one of the... It should be one of the fastest in the game. It's just so powerful, so many horsepower. But if you like cars, all my garages, because I've got so many garages, are all very organised. So every make. So as you go through each garage, like I'll have the Dodge, the Ferrari, Lamborghini. Yeah. A- Add me, and if you ever need cars, I can help you out. Because a lot of cars you can't get anymore. And so, yeah, I'm like the Harvey Norman of cars. Literally, in the last 2 years, I think I've given away maybe 10,000 cars. My regular day to day was just basically giving people, looking at photos on party chats and bringing out cars every day. Yeah, like this is all your McLarens in the front here, and the back you got your Koenigseggs. Yeah, like the XF for example. Yeah, that's it. That's it. And that's what I've got tried to maintain across my collection as much as possible. So that's the Koenigsegg's and the McLarens. Next one would be the Ferrari, I think. From memory. Great car for racing. I do maybe 2 or 3 playlists a day, and of racing with a crew, and this is a lot of these cars what I use. Oh yeah, I got all the original cars. I've got every car. I've went through systematically and got every car and modded them. Oh yeah, and uh, I've got 2 of each, and one will be Bennys and one will be F1s. Yeah, it is. It's beautiful, beautiful drive. Correct. Regardless of my naming game, everyone knows me as Batman. I've been Batman 9 years in September. Back in the day when I remember back when it first came online, there was only like about 5 or 6 lobbies you could jump into initially, and I was playing back then, but I didn't grow out of it. Oh, this one particularly, this is my OG account. I just came on today because I haven't been on here for ages. But like I've got 8 accounts, so maintaining 8 accounts is like I've got everything on this character, like everything. Like if I call up Pegasus, I've got the whole list. Yeah, yeah. My Pegasus list is the complete list of possible Pegasus vehicles. So I'm well, no, well, one of my newest accounts, it's only level 60. It's called Shazam's Ghost, and it's got the same sort of collection, but every car is unselected blank Yankton. Right, so the highly valued cars are cars that are called clean cars, which are blank plates, blank Yankton plates with unselected everything. So when you go into the mechanic, there's nothing selected, even though it's fully upgraded. That's a clean car. So the last 2 years, I've probably added another 2,000 cars to my collection, and of those, I would say 400 of them would be blank Yanktons. Batman's Ghost, Batman's Ghost, GTA, GTA Online, Batman's Ghost. It'll have my Bat logo. Yeah, that'll have that on the back. And I'm about to. I think we'll just do it here. I'll just